Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from the ECF Forums and host of VapeTV. I'm here today because the wait is finally over. Home of this, home. Yes, it's Copperhead Fever Mania, baby. Forget about it. Oh, yes. Okay, some of you already seen it on VapeTV. Some people haven't. My apologies. Lou's doing the best. He's going to be uploading the videos after the holidays. He's just been very, very swamped with VapeTV Live at the moment. And I'm talking about the show that we did live with Dino Ferrari. That's right. The man, the myth. Forget about it, with John Boy. Oh, I tell you. We did a full maintenance review as far as on the Copperhead, cleaning out the switch and everything. But meaning that people are sending me emails, PMs, asking me, how can I clean this? I like to make it spick and span, polished, beautiful. And also, how do you clean the switch properly? Well, we pretty much covered that on Vape TV. But I'm going to show you a quick method, and we're going to be using Cape Cod. Yep, Cape Cod, baby. Forget about it. And we're going to be using these. Yep, from Tecton. You can get these very easily either from eBay or Amazon. And that's to remove the snap rings. Now, let me bring this down because this thing I'm going to show you up close. Forget about it. Oh, let me get the zoom going over here and the focus. Okay, so pretty much after usage, as you can see how the shade changes. See that? So pretty much for some of you may be seeing that. Some of you may be seeing it gets darkened a little bit. But that's after time of usage, okay? So what we're going to do is, Cape Cod is very, very easily obtainable. It's not really expensive. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the Addy. Put it on the side. Okay? Then, let me remove the battery. And we're going to remove the switch, okay? But we're going to be cleaning first everything, but we want to dismantle the switch. So, quite simply, Dino showed you can use a quick blade. I, for one, would actually be doing the same thing, but I don't have a blade on me right now. And he did show you that you need to use, when you look at the snap ring, you see this one with the indentation, the other one's flat. This is the one that you start pulling it up just a little bit. And I got to do this. Ooh, this is hard because I got to like look down on it. And I'm trying to show it on the camera. Dino did it so easily. I'm going to have to get a gooseneck. But quite simply put, I'm just going to lift it up. There we go. You see that? It's already lifted. Okay. And once it's lifted, you can easily take it out with your fingers. See that? So we're going to put this on the side. Okay? There's nothing that we need to do with that. Now, when you bring this down, this is how it looks. Okay? Now, the spring, you want to make sure that spring, the big diameter, large diameter of the spring goes in down, facing down, and the small diameter on top. You can't really insert it the other way because you're going to mess up the spring and it's going to be bad. So we're going to put the spring on the side, okay? This we'll put on the side, okay? Now, looking at the switch, this is the components. Now, this is after the upgrade that Dino mentioned as far as for the dates. If you've purchased this on the first batch, he's doing replacements. So you want to make sure you get the stainless steel, okay? That's what's in there now. Now, you can actually easily just clean just the outer wall using Cape Cod the way it is. But if you want to be more thorough, I mean, that's me. I got to be thorough. Forget about it, you know. I'll take one of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it in those two holes that are there. So, like so. Like this. Oop. Yep. I want to make sure it's on those. Okay. Squeeze them together. And look how easily it comes out. Okay. Put that on the side. Okay. And there it is. Now this, we can do a quick tap. And there are the parts. Okay. There are the parts. So with all these parts You got a wave washer. Okay? So I'm going to put that on the side. There's nothing that we need to do with that. Same thing with this. There's nothing we need to do with this. Here we go. Here it is. The bore of the switch. So what I'm going to actually do is start this back on real quick. Okay, like that. And just to make it a little simpler for me, these are the parts that we're going to be using Cape Cod on. Get the cloth out. Get the gloves out. And Cape Cod is these cloths right here that we're going to be applying on the copper. But you want to get your gloves on. And this is a very, very simple process, guys. Very simple. Oofa. Oh, for your 3D lovers out there. Oh, I tell you. All right. Next one. All right. I just don't want to add that gunk on my hands. That's all. So, and I've been using the same cloth, which is this. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'll take this part first, and I start rubbing it, just rubbing it all around, okay? And you get all those smudges right off, see? Okay? Then I do the same on the inside. Okay, just like that. Look at that. And you can just use some elbow grease, squeezing it. That's what I'm doing, just to make sure I get everything. I want this thing to be spotless, shining. Forget about it, just like a diamond. All right, Rihanna's not in the house. It's Bishopheals. Forget about it. Alright, so this is done. I'm going to put that on the side and grab this cloth and start rubbing. And when you do that, you're removing all that polish off. And you can also use Never Dull. This one, okay. Either or is fine, but I kind of like the Cape Cod cloth one. I'm just enjoying it a little more. And just to give you a look-see, this is how it looks now. Look at that. How shiny. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this one is done. I'm going to put it on the side. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is take the cloth, and what I'm going to do is, that's right, some elbow grease, turn it around. Okay, and as you can see, you get all the, it's going to go black, and that's okay. Just keep going, even inside the threads. Okay, same thing over here on the walls of the switch. That's why I screw it in there, because it's so much, for me it's easier, you know, just to do this on a rotation. Okay, so it gets everything in there. Okay, then what I do is I unscrew it, put the tube down, and I, woohoo, woo, hot switchy. All right, so now I'm telling you, forget about it. So now we do it on the threads, because that way, you know, if you have any gunk or dust or, you know, Any impurities, you can get it right off. So that's all what I'm doing. See, I'm just rubbing right on the actual threads. Then after that, I look in, and it looks pretty shiny in there. Okay, look at that. Pretty clean, but I can see right there. You see that's a little bit of a darkness there. So I'm just gonna screw this in there and use my pinky and turn it around. Look at that, see? And now, see that? No more darkness. See that? It's all shiny. See that? So now what I do is I take the cloth rag, comes with this, and this is very easily washed. You can wash this in your washing machine, and I would just not put it through the dryer. Just leave it air dry overnight, and it's good to go. See, and it gets all the gunk out. Okay. There we go. So that looks shiny and nice. And now I'm doing it on the threads. And then I'll show you how it looks in a second. I mean, you guys see how this looked, right? Before I started working on this. Oof, Just want to dry my gloves a little because... Okay. Look how that looks. Really, really shiny and clean. Mirror finish. Beautiful, right? So we'll put that on the side. Now on the tube, I just want to do the threads. And, you know, this is like really going over excessive. You know, you may not need to do all this unless you really, really want to do thoroughly. You know, it's up to you. You know, but that's me. I'm anal. So now that's done. Take the cloth rag. And I'm applying it from the outside. Then on the threads. Threads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tube down, take the rag, fold it, and I put it back in the plastic casing over here. And I take gloves. Yep, gloves, because guess what? We're done. Now, with my hands, wow, it feels so smooth. Really nice. Oh, man. Look how this thing looks. See? No grime, no nothing. At all. Nothing. I'm trying to make sure I get all the polish off. There we go. Everything looks good. Okay. Alrighty. Now it looks like a brand new Copperhead, I tell you. Then I take this, stuff it back in the can. Okay, so here are the parts. See how beautiful the switch looks, how clean it is. And we didn't have to use water, we didn't have to put it in a sonic cleaner. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the switch upside down, like this. We're going to insert the plastic first. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to take his... Alrighty. So we're going to put his wave washer, okay, in. Then we put his stainless steel in. Another followed by a wave washer. Then the last one. Right. So it looks like that. Okay. Now we take the snap ring. Okay, squeeze it in together like so. And then what we're going to do, we're going to drop it in. Okay. Like so. Now, to ensure it's actually in, you can actually use, well, my thumb is a little too big, maybe my pinky. And you want to make sure that's in the groove, and actually on my first shot it's in the groove. Let's see if you can see that. See that? It's in the groove. Okay, it's in the groove. Okay, now that that's done, we have this and the spring. Take the spring. Remember, the big one goes in first. See? Looks like a cone. Okay? Now what you do is put it in. And as you can see, the throw is like, wow, it's like hardly need to press, I tell you. You take this, put it around, and put it on the edge, and my fingers are like a little bit, hold on, put this in. I just want to get it on the groove. There we go. And it's in. Okay. You want to make sure it's on the groove. Let's see if I can focus that. There we go. So it's right on the groove. See that? It's right on the groove. Okay. So that's what you do on the switch. Then with the battery, well, you get this, and of course, if you like, you can actually on here, you can just use like a microfiber towel like this, and I would just clean off anything on there like that. Okay, and now you can screw this on. Okay, it feels like butter, I tell you. I mean, these threads are just unbelievable. Alright, so put the battery down. And wow, this feels just like butter, I tell you. Okay, so now that's on. And as you can see, the hole aligns with this hole perfectly. Okay? And you can see how she looks now. She bangs. She bangs. Ooh, baby, she bangs. Ooh, man, now she's hitting harder. Oh my gosh. That's right. After you do this, I mean, the device itself hits extremely hard. I mean, it's extremely high performance, okay? I mean, I've shown people on the low drop how high the voltages are, even at 0.6 ohms. I mean, you're looking at 3.9 and change easily on this, on the drop load. So after time, and you don't clean the switch, you don't clean the mod, the performance is going to diminish very little, like any mechanical mod, okay? But when you do this cleaning, it just brings you right back as day one when you bought it, literally. I mean, it's just... it hits beautiful. Totally beautiful. Oh, so ads, hopefully that helps you. He messaged me many times, he's asking for it, but now here it is. A more thorough cleaning. You can see Dino was doing it as far as live on Vape TV. When the video gets uploaded, you'll get to see it. But at least for now, you have a way of, you know, how to clean it, okay? How to service it, okay? So beautiful. This mod is just phenomenal. Ooh. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut that short. Live hard, baby. Vape hard. Forget about it.